Okay, so what are the values for x of x for which this function f defined here is increasing? So you need to know where the first derivative is positive. So you got to find the first derivative, and we're going to need product rule. So the derivative of x squared minus 3 is 2x, bring down e to the negative x, plus, bring down x squared minus 3, the derivative of e to the negative x. So you can, there's a formula for it, or you could always figure it out like this. So negative x, the derivative of negative x is negative 1. Derivative of e to the blank is e to the blank, and then negative x goes back in. Okay, so this is negative e to the negative x. Okay, and then I can change this if I want. So I could just put the negative here, so minus x squared minus 3e to the negative x. Now you've got to find where this is 0. So you're going to need to factor. So I can take out an e to the negative x, and then I'm left with 2x minus x squared minus 3. Okay, now I got to see if I can factor further. So this is e to the negative x, and then this is 2x minus x squared plus 3. And then, you know, I want this in descending order. So this is negative x squared plus 2x plus 3. But guys, if you're going to factor a quadratic, it's nice to have the leading term positive. So I can take out a negative. So negative e to the negative x. And then in here, I am left with x squared minus 2x minus 3. Negative e to the negative x. And then this factors as x minus 3x plus 1. Okay, now you go to the number line. This is f prime. Guys, this right here, this is never equal to 0, all right? So if you were to set this factor, you want to set all the factors equal to 0 to find the critical numbers, but this one is never 0. E to any number is not going to give you 0. Whether it's positive or negative, it's not going to give you 0. So my only zeros are going to come from these factors. So negative 1 and 3. I'll plug in 0, I'll plug in 4, I'll plug in negative 2. Guys, this number here, this is also good to recognize. This is always going to give you a negative number right here because it's negative e to the negative x. Now, because e to any base, whether it's positive or negative, is always going to be a positive number. So if you negate that, you're always going to get a negative number. So if I plug in negative 2, I'm going to get a negative always there. This will be a negative and that'll be a negative. So this is a negative interval. If I plug in 0, this one's always negative. This will give me a negative, this will give me a positive. So that's a positive interval. And then if I plug in 4, always negative, always positive, always positive. So that's a negative interval. So this is where f prime is positive, which implies that f is increasing on this interval from negative 1 to 3.